Good morning. Welcome to Casa TexPina, build day 20. The guys are continuing today with the concrete hollow block foundation walls up to the grade beams. They'll be continuing those probably for the rest of the week. We'll also, once they get those completed, have the exterminators or the pesticide guys come back out and reapply again, just on the around the foundation walls before they get ready to do the backfill. Before they put the dirt back in around the outside edges of the foundation walls. Just a little added extra protection, make sure that the termites are all gone. So let's see, what else are they working on? Oh, they're starting to put in the excuse me, they're starting to put in the downspouts for the hidden gutter system. Those are going to be going inside the column, so we got a 3-inch downspout going inside of the column uprights around certain locations around the house where the gutter system will be connecting in. So from the outside of the house, you won't see any downspout gutters around the outside of the house. They're also on the top. All you'll notice is a small gap in the roof, in the roof line. Coming down from the top, there'll be a small gap, and then it'll pick up on the other side of the gutter system. Here they call it a hidden gutter system. It keeps from having the gutter on the edge of the soffit or the eaves, so that it lessens the chances of having those areas have problems with deterioration over time. So it's a better system to go with, especially for here where there is a lot of rain throughout, I would say almost a majority of the year. They start getting their heavy rainy season in May, and then it goes in directly into typhoon season starting in June, which lasts all the way through the end of November. There have been many instances, especially over the last couple years, where the typhoon season has actually run into the end of December. We had an instance a couple years ago where we were headed down to Puerto Galera, which is just south of Manila and on the other side of Batangas, and they had actually just had a typhoon roll through 2 days prior to us arriving for our vacation. So some of the services were limited, but it was just odd to us that they would have a typhoon that late in the season. But here lately, it's been becoming a normal thing. Well, so that's a wrap up for today. We're expecting. So again, more of the same with the concrete hollow block foundation walls, building up to the grade beams, and then also adding in. They're going to start locating the downspouts for the hidden gutter system. So we'll show you that as we get going. So let's get started. Alright, so the guys this morning are still working on the grade beams. Mr. Orland over there in the blue and white shirt, working on the grade beams along with Mr. Alex. Doing the tie-ups. They're also now utilizing the electric motor on the one-bag mixer. It looks like they've already dumped their first full load and getting ready to do another. This will be what they utilize for mortar as well as fill on the insides of the hollow blocks. So as you can tell, it's a lot quieter than some of the ones that are generator or that are run with a small lawnmower type engine. So the only loud part on this one is when they first throw in just the rocks. So let's sit and watch for just a second and see how this goes. So this is the PVC pipe that they're putting in for the downspouts. It is a UPVC pipe. See if you can read this here. 90mm. This is for sewer series purposes, which for all intents and purposes a downspout from the gutter system does. So this will go inside the beam, inside the upright column here, and come down to just below, just above grade beam level, and go out into and straight into the storm sewer. See the guys here climb up onto the column beams, or the column uprights, and place the 3-inch pipe, at least initially, into the inside of the column footer. So this columns will house the downspouts. So when it's all filled in with concrete, gutter system's well protected. Unfortunately, the guys had to go back to hand mixing. The something on the one bag mixer broke on the inside, not part of the engine, part of the bowl. They were not able to get it fixed, so until another one arrives on site, they'll continue doing it by hand. So they're mixing large amounts, and that's what they're using for all of the foundation walls around the side and building around in this area. They've got the floor plan kind of split in half, actually. They've got another section over here where the group of guys that are mixing their own cement here, and then building the walls up as they need be here. So this afternoon they're continuing with the concrete hollow block foundation walls. This is in the master bedroom, master suite section. They've also put in the downspouts for the hidden gutter system. Ooh, that's loud. And they've still working on the grade beams. So here with Mr. Alex, he's working, he's tying up some of the stirrups, and they're going to put the rebar through here shortly. They're still working the rest of the way around. As you can see, they're still mixing concrete by hand. Something happened with the one bag mixer, and they're not able to get it working. So maybe within the next day or two they'll get that back in operation, speed things along a little bit. But the guys are working just as quickly with the manual method, making crete. As you can see, these guys over here are doing the same thing, making crete. And then placing it in and putting it in place. So as they build up the walls, put the concrete in the in between is mortar, and then they also fill in the holes to make reinforced concrete walls here. And they're using rebars to tie all the sections together. As you can see here on this section, where we've got, let's see, we've got a grade beam coming across here. There's a grade beam coming from down the back, grade beam from over on that side. They're all interconnected, everything tied off, all squared up. Should be a good tight bond in that corner. Mr. Manny here is starting to dig in where they're doing the angled walls. Not all of the foundation walls were put in on the first shot, just because some of them were a little harder to find. Some of them were on angles. So what they did initially was get the north-south, east-west type walls into place. That got the primary. Now they're coming back and they're going to catch the ones that go off angle from that. This area here is going to be the dirty kitchen. So the wall he's digging is actually the west side of the dirty kitchen, and this angle wall here is going to be out onto the entrance out onto the patio for the breakfast nook area. So a little more digging. He's going down quite a ways yet. He's going to go down to pretty much the same level as where the top of the concrete is at the bottom of the hole here from where they poured the other day. Down to a total depth, I believe, of 1.3 meters below grade. So as the masons are getting the hollow block foundation walls up to elevation. Once they get that done, Mr. Orley, our steel man, and Alex are going behind and putting in the grade beams. So this is what they're going to end up hooking in the floor slabs. We'll have dowels coming out of these grade slabs into the floors, and it'll connect all of those areas together. So that'll be the next step over the rest of this afternoon and tomorrow. Well, over the last couple days, our Kubo, our Nipa hut, has gotten an upgrade. We now have a little bit more permanent stairs instead of just the concrete hollow block that was here, and they have a nice step all the way into the floor. So we got a place to knock the dirt off our feet before going inside. Inside, additional upgrade that the engineer helped us out with. We've got lights and a ceiling fan now. Let me see. Hit the switch for the lights. It's easier to see at night, but we got an LED string around here. When you come in the evenings, this place is really lit up. It's nice. The ceiling fan helps for those days like today where the wind outside is not doing its fair thing. So we got a nice little upgrade thanks to the engineer. Also got a couple outlets so we can charge our phone and our laptop while I'm working throughout the day instead of in the heat. We now got a little creature comforts. Thank you, engineer. Much appreciated. You guys are busy. Starting to see all the walls come out. See all the hollow block. Come back down here a little bit. I'll show you. Let's see. Where's a good spot? Okay, let's go over here. I want to show you on one of the corners what the downspout looks like for the hollow block, for the hidden gutter system. Okay. All right. So if you can see on the column right here, there's a downspout. Let's see, I want to go this way. There. See the downspout? You see the bottom of the screen down here? Let's see. Bottom of the screen down there. That's where the downspout's going to come out at, and it'll connect to all the other downspouts and go straight out to the gutter, to the storm sewer. The stormwater system will go out that way. Let me go show you a house that's in the subdivision. There is one other house that has this same type of design. So let me get up to height here, and we'll go show you what that looks like. All right, this is the only other house in the subdivision that has the hidden gutter system that we're going to be using. Let's go take a look around. From the top, you'll see the cutouts of where the gutter system is. Okay, but from the ground level, you don't really see it. I'll show it to you here. We'll do a quick 360 around so you can see where all the cuts in the roof drains are. So all the water from the roof goes into these gutters. Instead of going on the ones that are hanging on the soffits and the eaves, problem with the ones on the soffits and the eaves is that they have a tendency to leak, and it rots out the boards on the soffits. So over time, you end up having to replace all those, and it looks bad because you got to pull off that whole underside of your house, of your roof, to get that out. So instead, we use this hidden gutter system, and the downspouts are placed inside of the columns. So your upright column from your footer all the way up to the roof, there's a 3-inch pipe that goes as a downspout all the way into those. So it drains really well, and you never have to see the gutters on the outside of the house. See if I can find a spot once I get done with the 360 here on the corner to go take a look at. Okay, that's it with the 360. Let's go look at it from between the two houses over here. Okay, let me look and see if I'm in the right spot. Okay, whoa. Okay, I'm gonna twist here and show you. Okay, I'm going to continue down a little ways. Oops, not back. Down. Down. And we're going to bring the camera up. And I want to show you from the side of the house, you see no... Okay, this is from the side of the house at the gutter. You can barely see where the breaks in the roof line are. And then if you're going side to side, there are no downspouts. No downspouts on this house. Absolutely amazing system. Okay? So that's kind of what we're looking at. And if you look all along the side of the house, there are no downspouts. Looks absolutely amazing. Alright, so that's the downspout system I'm talking about. It's called a hidden gutter system. Okay, so I'll show you where we're at. I can play with the angle of the camera here and get a better shot. You notice that house isn't that far away. There's Casa TexPina build site. Beautiful view of Mount Riot, like I always love to see. Gorgeous. Spin around back to the original location. The guy's hard at work.
Low battery warning.
Alright, hope you enjoyed that. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up today for Casa TexPina build day number 20. So things that happened along the way today. The guys, when we first got on site, were working with the one bag mixer. The poor thing must have been camera shy, because as soon as I started taking video of it working and them doing a quicker job, wouldn't you know it, I was going to show you how those things worked, and it quit working. So I'm guessing it's camera shy and didn't want to take a picture. So they went back to doing manual method with the concrete, and actually ended up going into more mortar mix, removing the aggregate. So it's just sand and cement and water making just the mortar, and that's what they were using to put the hollow block foundation together, along with using it to fill the holes for concrete reinforced reinforced concrete foundation walls. Today they also put in the 3-inch downspouts for the beginning of the hidden gutter system, as you saw that a little earlier with the flybys. It'll be an interesting system to show as we go through the construction of it. Let's see what else happened today. That was a lot of the work. The guys are continuing with the concrete hollow block foundation walls, and working the grade beams. So the grade beams are coming together at the top of the foundation walls. They are also starting to put in the dowels along the grade beams, so that when we get ready to pour the finished floor, they will have those all connected. Well, that's a wrap for this afternoon. If you liked today's video, give me a little thumbs up down there, say you liked it. If you would want to see more of these type of videos, hit the Casa TexPina star in the bottom right hand corner, and you'll be subscribed, and you'll see more of these. If you want to be notified when the next video becomes uploaded, hit the little bell icon, and you'll receive a notification when I upload the next video. Until then, have a great afternoon, and God bless. Thank you for watching. If you liked today's video, please hit like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon to be notified when our next video becomes available.